A
Uh-huh.
very wonderful experience with the history I have and being all tattooed.
Mhm.
It's a little difficult to get a good solid job a lot of times.
Mhm.
There's a lot of judgment and
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah. And so this is a real special community for you because I mean, you all can find, I know, some camaraderie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Working with guys that you can share your past with and have some of the same experiences.
Mhm.
There's a different kind of openness,
Mhm.
and a lot of times we get into telling stories, but
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure all of us that are out here enjoy being out here.
Did you ever encounter addiction in your life? And
Absolutely.
yeah.
I started using drugs at age 14,
Mhm.
and I started getting into slowly harder drugs and harder drugs and harder
Mhm.
drugs. And by the time I was 23, I was using IV heroin,
Mhm.
and I've been fighting that ever since.
Yeah.
A good 15 years of fighting with
Yeah.
that, and I'm doing great now in recovery, and
Mhm.
that's another reason I like it out here because it's just
Mhm.
a pleasure.
Yeah. So by being out here, it's helped you kind of heal
Absolutely.
yourself. Yeah. So, how long have you been doing this kind of work then? For.
For Eric, I started a little bit before Thanksgiving
Uh huh.
last year, 2017, right before it started getting cold.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
some of the pictures that we have in overalls and a warm hat,
Yeah.
from when we first started, and not too far from where we first started when we were out here. So.
Yeah. And it's been keeping you back out here.
Oh
So,
yeah,
yeah.
I love the woods. I kind of joke with people and tell them that I go out and play with sticks and pull weeds, and get paid for it. But
Yeah.
it is a little bit more than that, and being able to restore the woods to what the natural flora should be, and pulling out the invasives and stuff. So
Mhm.
it's a lot of good times.
Yeah, and then what's the kind of progress that you've seen since working here, like within the forest and
Oh
even
well,
yourself? Yeah.
with the forest, it's been crazy because when I first started, it was winter and all the trees were bare, and nothing but leaves on the ground. And as I've watched the seasons change, uh,
Mhm.
the green started popping out and the flowers started blooming, and some of the invasives were a little more noticeable, and it was really cool to see it change. And with me, it just gives me a time to get out here and think when I'm working as well,
Mhm.
and because I also have diagnosed with bipolar
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
have mental illness, so yeah, it's definitely been a help to me being out here.
Yeah, yeah. Do you feel I don't know, like could you describe just like how you feel when you get out into the woods?
Stress free
Yeah.
is a real good label for it.
Mhm.
It's I told somebody, that worked in an office, like, they were having a bad day, and I said, well, would you like to scream? She said, yeah. I said, well, you can't do that,
Mhm.
but I can. So if I want to scream out here, I can. If I'm having one of those kind of days, even
Mhm.
sometimes I put my earbuds in and listen to music, and I just have the opportunity to be a little more flexible and open
Mhm.
out here.
Like a real person.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
There's no
Um
judgment out here. The trees don't talk to you.
yeah.
And sometimes you see some wildlife, which is cool too. So just seeing the chipmunks and squirrels, and uh, there's rabbits around, and a lot of times we scare them away because we're not exactly quiet. So, um, but
Mhm.
uh, but yeah, it's pleasant out here. The birds chirping, the sunshine peeping through,
Mhm.
and it's just it frees yourself up to be able to not be doing the daily grind out in public per se. High school and early adult, I used to be real shy.
Yeah.
I was afraid to get up in front of the class and read a speech or whatever, and now
Yeah.
I just it don't bother me. I learned that being in NA, Narcotics Anonymous. So the getting over that type of fear of talking. So it's just, if I can help somebody else out by my story and what I've learned, then by means,